All right, let's do something fun with this thing. It's time to actually make it do a dance, at least. Probably a Dead Reckoning maze solving. And just get, good at controlling our robot. So as I left it off, I was about ready to talk about using these brackets here. Okay, so we can pass information. What would be really nice is to be able to get rid of all these individual delays and pass information directly to the subroutine. Alright, so instead of having a delay 200 after the subroutine itself will have the delay built in, and it can change on the fly every single line. So to do that, it's really simple. You go up to these brackets, okay, and we're going to create a variable right inside this particular subroutine. So let's just call it integer t for time. Okay, so I'm going to go down here to the very last line here, to the end of the line, and let's put in a delay. How long? Time. Okay, so if a number gets put into these brackets, it's going to get handled straight down here to this variable, and it's going to delay for that long. So let's try it. Let's go down here. That was forward. I'm going to get rid of this. Actually, I get rid of it. You see I just commented it out for the moment. I'm going to throw in a 300. Okay, so in theory it's going to go forward for 300 milliseconds, and we're just going to be able to actually, to prove to you it kind of works, let's do this. Let's go down here and let's put in a little let's put in another little one here. Let's go another 100. Okay, so it's going to go forward again at the very end, I hope. So let's load it up and see what happens. And there you go. Okay, that little forward at the end was really small. Let's make it bigger so you actually appreciate the fact that it did in fact do something. Let's load it up again. There, now you can see it was pretty clear, right? So I'm going to do is I'm going to change all of these so that we can get rid of all these delays. And we'll go right down here. In fact, I'm going to do my, I hate to type, so we'll do some copying and pasting. And let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. And believe it or not, I'm actually going to do it here too, and you'll see why. I actually want to be able to stop my robot for a short period of time too. And let's throw in that delay t. And okay, and I'm going to get rid of all of these delays. Every single one of them. And let's put in a 200. Let's put in a 300. Let's put in a 100. Let's make that a 400. You know what? And watch this. I have to put something in here. I'm going to make it really small. So it's going to stop for 50 milliseconds. Okay? And since the last command is a stop, after that, so it hits the stop bot. You've got this number here of 50. It's going to jump up here. It's going to put the 50 in here, which means it's going to hand it off to down here. So it's going to stop the robot. It's going to wait 50 milliseconds. And then what is it going to do? Then it's going to enter into an infinite loop, and it's never going to get a new command, so it's going to stay stopped. All right? But let's make sure we can actually see this stuff happening. Let's put a stop between every single one of these. Oops, I don't want to do that there. And 50 milliseconds is not near long enough. Let's let it stop for half a second. Okay, And if I did everything correct, we should see it move forward, stop for half a second, turn right, stop for half a second, throw itself into reverse, stop for half a second, turn left for a short time, stop for half a second, and move forward. Let's make that a little bit shorter so it doesn't drive out of view. And let's try it. And hopefully I did everything correct. Okay, so it works perfect. So now you can quickly and easily create really long, complex moves. I can sit there and have it solve a maze. We should test it autonomously. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to pull this plug out, and I'm going to insert my little on wire, like so. Remember, it waits 3 seconds. And there you have it. Okay, so we have an autonomously functioning robot that is able to do complex moves. All right, let me pause this for a moment and set up some sort of a labyrinth. Oh, that's right, it's going to go again. Okay, and set up some sort of reasonable little bit of a challenge for myself, and I will see you here shortly. Okay, turns out that I have the worst possible floor for this. You'll see down here I have tiles, and the little wheel, the tail wheel gets stuck in it a lot. So I'm just going to play around. I already started when I put it on pause, so I'm starting to make things big enough that it actually drives some distance. So it's going to go forward for 2,000 milliseconds, or 2 seconds, stop for half a second, turn right for half a second, go forward for another second, it stops, it turns right for another half a second. You know, let's make it just spin. What the heck? That's a pretty long time. 5 seconds. Sure, what the heck? Okay, it's going to spin around for 5 seconds. It's going to go forward, it'll probably smash into something. It's going to spin around again the other direction for 5 seconds. You know what, heck, let's just make it spin one way then the other. Just for snickers and giggles. Throw it into reverse. Let's go a little longer now. Let's go backwards for a whole second. Stop again. See, I don't have to stop. In fact, let's just get rid of that. We'll just make it kind of look chaotic. Turn left for 100. That's not long enough. Let's make that 500. And stop again. Forward for 100. Stop. Okay? So this is going to be a pointless maneuver, and like I said, don't get your expectations up too high because I have some pretty, there goes my cat, I have some pretty deep tile. So let's load it up and see what happens, okay? So, alright, I can actually pull it out while it's moving there. I'm going to set it down on the floor and put the little jumper in. Like I said, it might smash into stuff. You can see I don't have a lot of space. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it got stuck in the tile. And there you have it. Okay? So let's see what that looks like, and I'll talk to you again soon.